experiment in part B is determination of COD of the given industrial wastewater sample. The expansion of COD is chemical oxygen demand, and the definition of COD is it is the amount of oxygen that is required for the complete oxidation of organic impurities that is present in the given sample of water by a strong chemical oxidizing agent such as acidified potassium dichromate. The principle involved in the experiment is the organic impurities in the wastewater is oxidized completely into carbon dioxide and H2O using strong oxidizing agents such as acidified potassium dichromate in presence of the catalyst silver sulfate. But this silver sulfate may react with chloride ions present in the wastewater to form silver chloride precipitate. This difficulty is overcome by adding mercury sulfate, which avoids the interference of chloride ions. The unconsumed potassium dichromate after the reaction is titrated against standard FAS using ferrine as indicator, and the reading is noted down as V1 ml. And a blank titration of the same volume of potassium dichromate is performed against the same FAS, and the reading is noted down as V2 ml. The difference in the titer value, that is V2 minus V1, gives the amount of potassium dichromate consumed by the impurities. Using that value, COD of the given wastewater sample can be calculated. And this experiment involves 3 steps. First step is preparation of standard solution, and next is sample titration, and the last step is blank titration. Now let us see how to prepare the standard solution. Now to prepare the standard solution, name of the salt we are using is FAS, ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is also known as Mohr salt, and the molecular formula of FAS is FeSO4, NH4 twice SO4 and 6 molecules of H2O attached to it. So this is the FAS salt. This FAS salt is to be transferred to a clean standard flask using a funnel. After that, so before going to add the distilled water, compulsorily you should add dilute sulfuric acid. A test tube of dilute sulfuric acid is to be added, because if you directly add the distilled water to this FAS salt, so ferrous sulfate that is present in the FAS will get hydrolyzed to form ferric hydroxide. Turbidity may get developed. We should avoid that one. So before going to add the distilled water to the FAS salt, we should add a test tube of dilute sulfuric acid. So first we will add the FAS salt to a clean standard flask. After that we will add a test tube of dilute sulfuric acid to it. Then you will add distilled water and you will make it up to the mark, and after that you will shake it well to get uniform concentration. So like this you will prepare the standard solution of FAS. Then after that, this prepared standard solution of FAS is to be transferred to a clean burette like this. Now let us move on to the next step, that is the sample titration step. And to do the sample titration, the reagents required are, we need wastewater, then we need the oxidizing agent potassium dichromate, then we need 1:1 sulfuric acid, after this we need ferrine indicator. Now we need to pipette 25 ml of this wastewater. Already we have pipetted and we have already transferred to a clean conical flask. To this, now I am adding 10 ml of potassium dichromate, the oxidizing agent. After that, I am adding 1:1 sulfuric acid, which is consisting of silver sulfate and mercury sulfate in it. About 20 ml of 1:1 sulfuric acid I am adding. After that, the indicator, ferrine indicator, 3 to 4 drops of ferrine indicator is to be added. Now you shake the conical flask well so that the color of the solution changes to bluish green. Now we shall start to do the titration against standard FAS solution. Near the end point, the color will changes to reddish brown. Go on adding the standard FAS solution drop by drop, and go on shaking the conical flask well. Near the end point, from bluish green to reddish brown, the color of the solution will change. Now this is the end point. Now we shall note down the volume of FAS solution consumed, and it is 7.3 ml. Our first trial reading is 7.3. In the similar manner, 2 more trials are to be performed like this. After the completion of all the 3 trials, we shall move on to do the blank titration. And to do the blank titration, the reagents required are, so since it is the blank titration, no need of using the wastewater. So we need only potassium dichromate. 10 ml of potassium dichromate we will take. After that 20 ml of 1:1 sulfuric acid, which is consisting of silver sulfate and mercury sulfate in it. After that the indicator ferroin. 3 to 4 drops of ferroin indicator is to be added. Again you shake the conical flask well so that color of the solution changes to bluish green. Now we shall start to do the titration against standard FAS solution till the color changes to reddish brown. Blank titration is similar to sample titration. Only difference is in blank titration we are not using wastewater. Without the wastewater we are doing the titration without using the wastewater. Again near the end point the color will changes to reddish brown. Go on shaking the conical flask well. Yes, this is the end point. From bluish green to reddish brown the color will change. Now let us note down the volume of FAS solution that is consumed for the blank titration, and it is 15.2 ml. Now using these values calculations are done like this. So using the weight of the salt, normality of FAS is to be calculated. Okay, so weight of FAS, that is to be divided by equivalent weight of FAS, and it is to be multiplied by 10. Then you will get the normality of FAS, and it is expressed in terms of A. Then after that, so by doing the sample titration you will get the V1 value, and by doing the blank titration you will get the V2 value. Then using the value of V2 minus V1, and after substituting that value in the formula you can calculate COD of given wastewater, and it is 91.2 milligram of oxygen in this experiment, and you shall write the same as result in your record.